channel. So today's video is this holiday makeup tutorial and it's using all drugstore products. I wanted this to be a really easily achievable look for you guys, and I wanted it to be really simple and classic but still really put together and glamorous. I think my favorite part of this whole look is this lip. I have been living for it and I'm definitely going to be wearing it more often. It's also really cool because it's a matte lipstick, so you can still hug all your family and eat all the food you want and your lip product isn't going to go anywhere. So yeah, I really hope you guys like this look, and if you want to see how to get it, then just keep on watching. Oh gosh, I'm already hot in this sweater. So we're going to start out with primer today, and for that I'm going to be using Maybelline's Baby Skin. And I want this look to be really timeless and classic for the holidays, but I want it to be all drugstore products. I want it to be a look that you guys can all achieve really easily. So I'm actually going to work on my eyes first because I am going to be using a little bit of glitter. So the first thing I'm going to do is prime my eyes, and I'm going to go in with the Anastasia concealer in the shade Soft Light. I like priming my eyes with a concealer because it also hides any veins or coloration on my lids, and I have a lot of pigmentation on my lids and I have a lot of dark blue veins. So when I go in with just a regular eyeshadow primer, I feel like it doesn't cover those up well enough. So this is just my favorite way to prime my eyes. So then quickly, before I get any creasing, I'm gonna set that lid with a translucent powder. Awesome! So I'm gonna go in with Rimmel Stay Matte Powder. Okay, so now both lids are done, and the first shadow I'm going to be taking is this Milani Bella eyeshadow, and it's in the shade Bella Sand. And I'm just going to be taking this on my Morphe M441 brush, and I'm just going to lightly dust this in my crease. I'm sorry if you guys can hear dogs and cars and possibly thunder. With all of this lighting on me and wearing this sweater and drinking hot coffee, I get pretty warm in here, so I've been opening a window while I film and it's just been making the world of a difference. That's why I normally film voiceovers, but I wanted to do a talk through today because it's really nice to switch things up. I know some of you guys really like talk through style. So I really hope the window isn't too much of a... There was lightning! Earlier there was... Did you guys hear that? I'm so scared. You guys, this was not the day to film a talk through. Holy crap. So the next shadow I'm taking is from this Wet n Wild trio, my favorite one of all time. This is the Walking on Eggshells trio. Mine's like hanging on by threads, but I'm gonna take this middle shade here and just dust it in my crease again. Do you guys want to be zoomed in? Yes? Okay. There we go. I'm sorry. I don't know why I didn't have you zoomed in. Now to make sure there are no harsh lines, I'm going in with this big fluffy brush by Sonia Kashuk and quickly just going over that. So now we're going to do our lid shade, and for that I'm using this L'Oreal Infallible shadow. Oops, sorry, I was blinding you. So this is in the shade Iced Latte. It's a gorgeous champagne kind of glittery color. If you guys haven't tried these L'Oreal Infallible eyeshadows, I highly recommend them. They're my favorite from the drugstore. They're pretty much pressed pigments, which means they're super chunky glittery, but they're perfect for holiday looks. I can Now I'm going to take this Wet n Wild trio. This is called Sunset to Sea. It's cute. This was a limited edition trio, but I'm going to take that middle brown shade there with my Morphe M433 brush. As you can see, once I have little to no product, I like to slowly bring it into the crease. Okay, it's hardcore raining now, so I'm gonna close the window for you guys. Everybody just say a quick prayer really quick that I don't have a heat stroke in here. Taking my blending brush with no additional product, I'm just going over those edges really quick. Now we lost a lot of that lid shade with all that blending, so I'm going to go back in and touch that up. Okay, so next I'm going to take that Sunset to Sea trio again, and I'm going to highlight my brow bone with this shade. This is like a yellow-white highlight shade as well, so it's going to go great with that lid shade. And I need to do my brows terribly. I need to do my brows terribly, so don't judge me. Okay, so now moving back to the face, I'm going to go in with Revlon Color Stay Foundation, and this is in the shade 150 Buff. And I'm first just going to dot this all over my face. Now for concealer, I'm going in with Maybelline Fit Me. So since I'm using a highlighting concealer, I like to balance underneath my eyes by putting the concealer on the high points of my face. So I put it in the center of my forehead, down my nose, my Cupid's bow, and my chin. Quickly before I get any creasing, I'm going to set that with my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in the shade Diffused Light. So there's the difference between a concealed eye and a non-concealed eye. So crazy. So crazy. I'm going to do this eye really quick and I'll be right back. Okay, so I did my brows off camera really quick too, and now I'm going to be working on my lower lash line. So I'm going to take that Sunset to Sea palette again, that middle brown, and I'm going to start placing this under my lashes. Then to buff that out, I'm going to take that first crease shade we took from this Walking on Eggshells trio. I'm going to take this kind of pencil brush and buff this under that darker color. But just putting a little bit of depth evens out the eyes, I feel like, and it just makes it a little bit more dramatic as well. And I'm not going to do any harsh liner. I'm just going to go in with mascara because I want this look to be really light and pretty. So the first mascara I'm going in with is the e.l.f. Lengthening and Defining Mascara. Now I'm going to use my Dior Show Blackout Mascara. And then off camera real quick, I'm going to apply mascara to my lower lashes, and for that I'm going to use the e.l.f. one. Okay, for bronzer I'm going to switch it up and not use my NYC Sunny Bronzer, but I'm going to use my NYX Matte Bronzer, and this is in the shade Medium. And I like to apply bronzer with this Real Techniques blush brush. For blush, I'm going to use Milani's Rose d'Oro, which I've been obsessed with this season. And for blush, I like to use this Eco Tools blush brush. I think it's their blush brush. And then for highlight, I'm going to be using something also different because I'm trying to switch it up for you guys. This is the e.l.f. Golden Bronzer. And I'm just going to dip my brush up here in this shade and highlight my cheekbones with this. And now all we have to do is lips. So now for lips, I decided to use this NYX matte lipstick, and this is in the shade Alabama. I really, really like this shade because it's just a little bit darker than your average red. I want to line my lips first, because when I'm using dark shades, I can just get a little bit crazy. First, I'm going to go in with the NYX Retractable Lip Liner in the shade, I think it's Ruby. Yep, Ruby. Oh, sorry. I was blocking you that whole time. Ah! So to clean up those lines a little bit, I'm going to go in with the Anastasia Pro Pencil, and this is in the shade Base 2. Okay guys, so that's it for this drugstore holiday makeup tutorial. I really, really hope you guys liked it. Don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.